Filabelly is a grassroots group of people that get together every Tuesday night in the parks in Carlsbad and Encinitas and feed our homeless and hungry.
It's a concept of gathering together for community, for sharing a meal with each other as a family, and being able to come together in support of each other. So the food is great, and we love having our volunteers prepare food or bring food down. But what's more important and what really fulfills a lot of our guests, and to be quite honest, the volunteers as well, is being able to come together in support of each other. So if we're having a challenging week or a challenging day, we come together in support of each other by sharing a meal. We get to have that bond and that closeness. So for me, it's about creating something that's bigger, more important than ourselves individually. Because honestly, I mean, as you see it on Tuesday nights, we are so strong together.
Well, let's see, it's been a couple years now, and I was homeless for a couple years. I left home, and this is where I grew up, so I thought it would be the safest to come back here, you know, and to kind of sleep in different spots and what have you, and I heard of Filabelly through 2nd Street, I believe, a Women's Resource Center over there, and came here, and not only was the food wonderful, and the people and the prayer, but I would get to see some of the community where I felt a little bit more involved, you know, when I would see them on the streets and we'd help each other. Not only the family, but just being able, I saw many that even had a place to go and had some food, but would bring theirs and their bread and whatnot and come in, and it was kind of, minus the bonfire, just a real gathering.
As soon as you're here, you'll see that what we do is different from other, what some of our guests call feeds. Filabelly is not a feed. Filabelly is truly a family community meal. And that's what we want our guests to understand. That's what we want our volunteers to understand. So our volunteers should come down here fully prepared to talk to people, to have a good time, to eat themselves. But we want our volunteers to come down here and share a meal. That's truly what allows us to actually have that conversation.
It is your first time to come to Filabelly, don't bring anything. Just come, stand there, and kind of watch and observe and try to figure out where you're going to fit in, because everybody fits in a little bit differently. We have people that just bring coffee and milk, and then they go around and give coffee and milk.
So I would expect for you to come here open-minded and get outside of yourself, get outside of your comfort zone. That's the biggest thing. So it is important as a volunteer to, if you've never been here before, then we would encourage you to come down and see how we do it. We would always love to have a meal come down, but if you're just not sure of what to do and you just want to see how we do it, then by all means, come down.
In Carlsbad, we meet at Holiday Park at 6:30 under the Center Pavilion.
And we meet here in Encinitas, Cottonwood Creek, on Tuesday nights, both of which are Tuesday nights. Both start around 7 o'clock.
So each week with our new volunteers, we hold an orientation. It's just about 10 minutes long, and we kind of talk about the history of Filabelly, how we started, and kind of what to expect in the evening ahead. And it works out well. It gives people a better feel of what we're looking for and what our mission is and what we're about.
And as an adult, you know some of the other adults, maybe you haven't seen them in a while and you want to kind of catch up with your friends. Wonderful, we want you to do that as well, but we also need you to keep an eye on your kids.
The one thing that we want to make sure is that parents are keeping track of their kids, that they're looking out for them, especially at the time of year when it might get dark a little bit earlier. They need to know where their kids are. Safety is really important to us. We have people from all different walks of life that come in on those evenings. You can reach us several different ways. You can reach us, of course, through our Carlsbad or Encinitas Filabelly page. You can always go online and go to our website at filabelly.org. So if you have a big group and you want to volunteer, it's really important that you contact us via email, and we'll coordinate a good week that works for all of us. One of the really important things is that every week we post in either Carlsbad Filabelly or Encinitas Filabelly on Facebook of what is needed for the following Tuesday. So we might say that the theme is Mexican food, and we have a big group coming, so our core volunteers can feel free to take that week off. Or it might be where we just have volunteers that are brand new and we encourage them all to come and post what they're going to be bringing that week. So we do almost all of our communication through Facebook. Funding for Philabelly is all from private donations. Individuals just kind of give out of their heart. The donations come from people, again, doing like maybe a backpack drive, or maybe they're tithing to us where they're giving a certain percentage of their pay each week to us. All of it can be done through our website. I think that we look at it as we try to meet people where they are that day. We have guests that show up in all different conditions, and that's okay. We're there for them that day in that moment, and we treat them like we would everybody else that we love and care about.